rock and go into the Chicago White Sox and the New York Yankees today. Dallas Keuchel getting the call for the Sox. Nestor Cortes Jr. will go for the Yankees today. Yankees, a big favorite, 210 at home. The total in this game is 8.5. We know the Yankees are rolling right now. I mean, one of the hottest teams in baseball. Yankees 28-10 overall, 14-4 at home. And the big question here, I think, which Dallas Keuchel are we going to get today for the White Sox? And we know that Nestor Cortes has been very, very good. So, Kyle, give me some thoughts on this game.
So Dallas Keuchel, I don't think the same Dallas Keuchel we saw last time against the Yankees is going to be able to show up again, TC. I mean, we know this guy is not the same as what he was a few years ago. He's clearly on the downswing in his career. And I mean, he's 34 years old. He ranks in the bottom 1% of all pitchers in baseball in fastball velocity. So he doesn't have the velocity to overpower anybody. Obviously, he didn't really have great velocity to start with, but it's gotten even worse. He ranks in the 27th percentile in expected batting average allowed, according to Baseball Savant. Keuchel really hasn't been very good against this Yankees lineup in the past, and that's even when he was a really good pitcher. He's allowed a 323 weighted on base average against them. Some of those stats definitely from several years ago. So he shut down the Yankees in his last start. Do we expect to see that again? It would surprise me if the Yankees don't make the adjustments necessary to be good in this one. The Yankees are good against lefties. They're 7th in baseball in weighted on base average, and they're 5th in weighted on base average when playing at home. We know they get some free home runs playing at Yankee Stadium. I think this team total is low enough to bet an over here in this one. And I'll be honest, I did consider betting the game over because the White Sox do hit lefties so well, but Cortes has been pitching so well that I'd rather just isolate the one side on this one.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And like you said, Keuchel kind of out of the norm, held the Yankees scoreless for 5 shutout innings last Saturday. And again, that's why I prefaced it. Which Dallas Keuchel are we going to see? I agree with you. I've never been really a Keuchel fan, especially over the last couple seasons. Not the same guy. And it's hard not to back the Yankees coming off a loss, which is very rare. And even on the loss yesterday, they scored 6 runs against the Orioles. So we know the Yankees bats are alive and well. And again, this White Sox team, you don't know exactly what you're going to get. So if you're not, really hip to lay in $2 here, go with a side total here with a team total for the Yankees. So I can understand where you're going with that. I can see that. So yeah, so Kyle's going to jump in and let's lock him in with that one right there with the team total on the New York Yankees today at over 4.5, I believe is the number there. Isn't that right?
That's what I saw earlier.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah, okay. So Yankees got to score over 4.5 to get him home with that game again. Keuchel against Cortes, and the thing with Nestor Cortes, kind of a unique story. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere. He was a 36th round draft pick, and nobody, I think, expected this. And I'm just wondering, is this okay? Our team's going to catch up with this guy, but right now his stuff looks good, and I know that you're looking at a lot of different pitching stats. Where do you have Cortes ranked there?
Listen, Cortes so far this year is a top 10 pitcher. I think he's going to keep that up? I'm still a bit skeptical that this guy is immediately one of the best pitchers in baseball. I don't have as many in-depth databases as Base Winner has as far as starting pitching, but I do think Cortes is somebody that I'm at least afraid to fade at this point. Like I said, I think the White Sox are still a bit underrated as an offense. They had a lot of injuries. I think the White Sox will hit the ball better here throughout the year, especially against lefties. We know how good their splits were last year against lefties. So maybe they bounce back here in this game and have a big game, but Cortes has been so good. I'm afraid to do it. That's why I just take the one side.
Yep, there it is. Okay, Yankees team total over 4.5 for Kyle there. Okay.